Pure, how's it going, man? How you doing? Manish, how's it going? Luvion, how's it going? Penis. Okay. COI on. Okay. More like P. I was saying like diesel, but that's M. Miser? Oh, I'm too good. Unknown, shut the fuck up. I'm so goated. Oh, talk shit now, motherfucker. Talk shit now. Oh, I'm goated like that, bro. Spectral, how's it going? Get fucking rolled. Do it in 3 and well, it's kind of bullshit now. I can't tell him to do it because he's gonna do it in 1. Yeah, we saw the dice. So fuck you. Piazza. Palazzo. What? I'm thinking like we finally have our first D&D session. Wait. Did you already have it, or do you have it later, Manish? Because I know there was another group session earlier. Easy, how's it going, man? How you doing? I know there was an earlier group session. Dude, I need to figure out when to do mine. This is so cooked. Oh, you're the DM. Oh, you're Demoness. Oh, of course. Of course. I might not be free today, but tomorrow. All right, sounds good, Easy. Yeah, that's good, buddy. You just if you shoot me on, just message me on Discord when you have a moment, like what time you have available tomorrow. We'll figure it out. It's all good. I think I'm mostly free tomorrow. It is the first session. Yeah. Oh, Demoness. I might have to schedule my first session with you, bro. For sure. Yeah, sounds good, man. If you are available in a couple hours, that's great. If you're not available today, we can also do it tomorrow. Like, it's no stress at all. I think I'm pretty much chill. I'm big chilling this weekend, so I'm all good. Dude, Easy, I haven't been able to do my D&D session either. I need to do mine. This is so cooked. I feel so bad. Mine was okay, dude. I feel like most of y'all saw this, but like, I had a session and it was like, so Goth and I confirmed, and he was like, "Hey, it'll be at like 7 o'clock," and I was like, "Dope, yeah, that sounds great." This motherfucker messaged me at 7 a.m. "Hey, you're good to go, right?" And I was like, "Motherfucker, I got work. What you mean? Bro, what?" It was a miscommunication. No one's fault. I want to be clear. Maybe more my fault than God's. Certainly not his fault at all. But it was so fucking. I was like, "Bro, you think I'm playing D&D at 7 a.m. on a fucking Wednesday? What do you think this is?" What? I'm not on my unemployed arc anymore. I can't do that. Guaro? Did anything else seem like a fuck? I was thinking like fuck. I was thinking like Italian words or something. I don't know. I'm gonna play 22 to 2 on Monday. You never got employed. I would fucking bro. Pushcar. Do you understand? If we could somehow convince if I could somehow get, if I could just make literally what I make right now at work and just stream, I would do this forever. Like, I would just do this. Goated. Alright? I haven't been able this recently or sit down longer than usual. Yeah, I know, Easy. Like, dude, I gotta find a time. I might have to, because Goth said he doesn't have any time available. Money doesn't want to run my session because he's actually with me in D&D. So obviously he wants to play too, obviously. So I might have to, Demon S, you got any time tomorrow, man, for a session by chance? Let me know. Money, yeah, Money's a full-on DM, but Money can't run mine. No, Zaza, he's still a character with me, though. Like, he's more of a NPC-ish, kind of. But like, I talked to him, and he was like, hey, like, if no one else can run your shit, I'll do it. But he was like, I would prefer not to be your DM. So, like, I gotta see if, like, so either Goth or, Thing has gotta run mine. Bro, what am I spoiling? You're not even with me, Zaza. Shut up. Fucking cringe. Maybe a little later, maybe I can do it. Just wait for the next 2 days. Yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds good. If we can do it like later, like in the week. The only day I can't do Manish is Wednesday. I have my final fucking certification test for work on Wednesday night. Oh shit, also reminds me, no stream Wednesday night, I gotta do that. But after that, we're big chillin', you know? Alright. Okay. Seaver. What the fuck? Her Hercules. It does have HER in it. I don't know if that would work. Chris, how's it going, man? I'm gonna go on live chat just in case fucking Money's here and I just can't. What is culo? I don't actually know what this means. Culo. Culo is an item of clothing worn on the lower half of the body. Best? I think I can run my session. Easy. It depends. Where's your character? Like, I would love to do ours together. Maybe I can get like Goth or something to like move me over or whatever. I'm gonna try really fucking hard, dude. But because I skipped yesterday because I was being a lazy bum, I don't know if I can. I'm gonna try though. Wait, Easy, you're in backland? Fuck. Cause Eastboro backland. Because I'm in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. It might be easier because I've been considering this. If I can just get like I might see if Goth is available to. Do you want to know where I am? I'm all by myself. I'm nowhere near anyone else. I'm not even the same continent as you. My character's on Oravi Island. Like, I'm basically nowhere near anyone else. No, I'm on. Goth asked me, like, hey, would it be okay if I moved here? And I was like, yeah, like, I don't mind if that works better for you. I got no sweat. But then he was like, no, we'll run your session solo. That's fine. But then I'm just thinking, like, dude, it's probably gonna be a while before I meet up with anyone. This is so cringe. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I mean, Ahmad. Because Oravi's in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Like, I'm in the fucking Sonia Sea, way far away from everybody else. Yeah, exactly, Easy. Like, everyone... Oh, shit, that's Dr. Z. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay. Like, Easy. Like, everyone's gonna be, like, fighting for their lives or whatever, and I'm just like, I'm on my little boat, just paddling away. Like, fucking doing nothing. I'm like, trying to roll... I'm trying to roll for whether the fucking boat's gonna flip over or not in the middle of a storm. Dude, what the fuck is this? Dude, anyone have any idea for the connections? I'm so lost. What is a Guden? What the fuck are these words? I've never read half of these words. To make good. What the fuck is this? Oh, you doctors, you can't read the word. You want the best sailor bard ever to rescue? No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm good, Zaza. And the problem is, at this point, I don't know who's running my session or whatever, but it might also be. Oh my god! Until fucking Manish told me today that he is a DM. I didn't realize Manish was DMNS. Holy fuck! Like, I didn't know that. I will take you to a prep. Whoa, okay, I'm definitely not going with your ass, Zaza. Jesus, whoa. Are you also going to tell me you're secretly a finance billionaire? Maybe you faked your suicide a couple years ago? Suspicious. Dude, what is AJ? There's no fucking way this is a word. A jaw there's no fucking way this is a word. What are we talking about? I can see like 4 New York Mets on there. Wait, hold on, please. I don't watch fucking. Dude, I don't watch that dog shit sport. Please. Which ones? I don't know. I don't watch fucking baseball. The only thing I've watched of baseball was the Blue Jays versus thing. Los Angeles. What the fuck is their team called? I keep want to say Lakers, but that's obviously basketball. What the fuck is their baseball team called? Dodgers, thank you. That's the only baseball game I've ever seen. That is the most cringe sport in the fucking universe. It's so boring. Strawberry Depot Apostle. No, Devil and I watched it together. Devil, me, I think Bert was also there. So like we had fun. It was decent enough, don't get me wrong. But I was like, dude, oh my god, that shit is so cringe. like that shit is the most cringe sport ever. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Zaza was there for a time as well. Yeah. Dude, okay, we're playing Lexicon. I can't get this. This is such a piece of shit. I'm so done. Whole heart. Error, mistake. Oh! Wordle in 3, Lexicon in 2? Generational run. If I win my fucking chess game right now, I'm ending stream right now. I'll fucking do it. Because there's no way I'm topping this. Wordle in 3, Lexicon in 2? What are we talking about? What is this? Oh my... This is the most cringe-worthy shit people do. Because he wants to go here to do that. Here, and we're in the same fucking place. Oh, this is so cringe. Sid, how's it going? Hey, Wiz, can you do tomorrow's stream earlier, like an hour earlier? Yeah, Dr. Z, we can do it an hour earlier. That's no problem. Now I can push the volume. And Dr. Z, I'm gonna try to end the volume tomorrow, but I mean, we're like 20 chapters away, so I'm gonna need to push like a motherfucker. Thanks, you are the best streamer. Now that thing is now that what do you call it? Easy's gone. You don't mind saying that? Thank you. 29. Wait, hold on. Oh, you're right. It's 29. I need to do like 15 chapters a day. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna need to really clutch up here. Oh my god, I'm gonna need to clutch up so hard. Alright. Nightwalker, how's it going? Alright, boys. We're gonna try, alright? I'm not... Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna try. I really am. If you win your ending stream, true. Yeah, true. Ah, cringe, lol. Now I'm threatening this, but I'm also threatening this. Does he see it? He doesn't see it. Get fucking rolled. Now I'm obviously threatening this. Zaza, I'm playing a 500 rated player. Yeah, no shit. Is this guy on crack? What is he doing? Dude, I almost fucked that up so bad. Oh my god, I caught it. I caught it. We're okay. Dude, I almost fucked that up so hard. No, it's not over till it's over, man. It's not over till it's over, for real. Nah, you can take it. I don't care. For TikTok edits? Yeah, I think Sid, almost everyone uses CapCut, which is free, and then it's also quite decent. Yeah, I think almost again, I don't use TikTok, I don't have TikTok, but, like, I think everyone uses that. I need to get this knight to do something. This knight is fucking useless. Let's just do this, and then I cycle my bishop. Wait, Dr. Z betrayed you? What do you mean? What did she do? Threaten this, but he might take, I don't know. Wait, I'm definitely bad, Zells. I'm Oh wow, that was horrendous in hindsight. Wow, that was so dumb. You're an oracle now? Oh my god, Dr. Z, what have you done? Barshan, how's it going, man? Bug, how's it going? I don't know. Maybe I already said hi to Bug. I can't remember. Cringe lord. You said you will start COI after ORV? Yes, Varshan, I did. But then, there was a guy named... It's okay. Alright, Bug. Bug, really? I thought we were friends, bro. Why you gotta do this to me? No, Varshan, yes, that. Money happened. Oh, I can go here and check. But then... Let's just do this. There's no way he does that. Oh my god, this guy's an actual idiot. Holy shit, get fucking rolled. Alright. Oh, I can take this. This guy's an actual idiot. Bro, I'm up so much. Why would you bother? Check. He can't go here, he can't go here, he has to come up here. I go give another check, collect another pawn. I can take this, I don't really. Go up here. No, this pawn. Oh, I'm an idiot. Could have just gone up there. I don't know what I was doing. It's fine. I'm here. We're chilling. It's no problem. Check. Bang. Bang. You had made one. I completely believe you. He can't bring this down because I take. If he brings this down first. Alright, cool. Thanks, buddy. Here, check. Here, check. Here, check. Here, check. Stuff can go here. Check. He has to take. Oh, this is so cringe. I know. Cringe. Cat and mouse game. Yeah. What can I say? I didn't want stream to end. Thorium. Shut up, Luvian. Don't sass me, you little shit. Anyone saying skill issue? Yeah, obviously. Even I fucking know that. Alright, let's go. Chapter 81, key. so smooth. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my Oh my god. Holy crap, that's so funny. Don't ever talk to me again, we're not friends. Oh my god. I hope you lose all your matches. Okay. Besides the serpentine river outside the Cordu village, under the piercing sunlight, Aurora, clad in a casual blue dress, sat on the ground with her eyes closed. Listening to Lumien's conjecture and analysis, she remained silent for a while as if lost in thought. After nearly a minute, she spoke. If something truly occurred during the ritual of the 12th night, causing the hidden entity's power to disperse and trigger a time loop, I believe that the people and even the spirits in this area at this time wouldn't have been spared. What do you mean? Lumien asked. I mean that it's both power and corruption. Once it disperses, everyone in the area will endure the degree of corruption on relatively equal footing. Only those bearing the Blackthorn symbol or under the protection of other high-level entities can remain unaffected. Consider this, isn't it like a dam bursting, flooding the entire place up to the rafters? Unless a boat was prepared beforehand, we would be drenched. So does that mean that everyone in the village has been tainted by the dissipating power, effectively becoming a component of the loop, Lumien asked? By component, he didn't mean participating or being affected by the loop. More precisely, he just meant everyone becomes a part of this loop structure. Aurora, her eyes still closed, gently nodded. I suspect that not only will killing the Padre result in a reset, but also slaying other villagers will trigger a similar effect. It's like trying to dismantle the loop's components. There will surely be a reaction. But we just killed the midwife yesterday afternoon, Lumien said. He then proposed, is it because the people in the castle are protected by other high-level entities? Is that why Madame Polly claimed she could leave the loop at a specific moment? She wasn't tainted by that power. She's not part of the loop. She's affected, but she can exploit loopholes or seize opportunities to escape. Alright, sounds good, Vershawn, man. I'll catch you in a little bit then. That's why she said she can't save us or take us with her. We've already been corrupted and are fused with the loop, Aurora said. Aw, thanks, Pookie. Arthur, how's it going, man? At this moment, she managed a bitter smile, or rather, we're already dead. We're merely existing in the form of loop components. No wonder that mysterious lady said that if she forcibly ended the loop, everyone here would die. That's because we are the forcibly dispersed loop itself. Lumien fell silent. He yearned to contradict his sister and argue that they shouldn't be so pessimistic, but her words aligned with the mysterious woman's. What, I'm not allowed to say Pookie? Only you are? Alright, fuck you, bitch. What he couldn't comprehend all this time was that given the 2 days most of my exams are going on, so I gotta keep it moderate. Yeah, no, you're good, buddy. I don't mean like I'll see you in 40 minutes. Take your time. Good luck on the exams, by the way. Yeah, go on. What he couldn't comprehend all this time was that given the woman's ability to freely enter and exit the loop and her audacity to mention the entity, even if she couldn't break the loop without causing harm, it ought to be simple for her to safeguard 2 or 3 people and facilitate their departure. Now, there was a more plausible and disheartening explanation to this conundrum. After a few seconds, Lumion thought of a counter-argument. Ava, Raymond, and Aroka are dead, but their deaths didn't cause the loop to restart. Perhaps they died before the loop began, Aurora said, so without participating in the ritual on the 12th night, they weren't tainted. Her implication was clear. In the timeline before the loop transpired, Naroka had died before Lent, while Ava and Raymond were sacrificed during the celebration, not surviving till the 12th night. Jean Mori, she continued, who vanished today may be in a similar situation. According to the normal developments, he should have discovered something abnormal after Lent before the 12th night. He wanted to escape but was silenced. Our investigation merely expedited this. The only thing I don't understand is that Raymond's corpse was sacrificed, right? He shouldn't have been in the loop in the beginning. Plague, how's it going? Dude, you see how fucking cooked this is? I have people yelling at me that I don't stream enough. I have people yelling at me that I stream at a bad time. I have people yelling at me that I stream too much and they can't catch up. Like, what the fuck is a man supposed to do? I'm fucking Schrodinger. I'm supposed to be fucking Schrodinger streamer here. Like, I'm streaming, but also I'm not really streaming. I'm only streaming when you tune in to watch, but if you're not watching, I'm not streaming. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Hearing his sister's words, Lumion instantly recalled the events beneath the cathedral. The invisible figure in the black robe was composed of Raymond and other spirits. Lumion combined his knowledge of mysticism and attempted to speculate. Oh, I messed up. Yeah, Nightwalker, you fucking walked into it. You see what I mean? That just means you're loved? Is that what that means, Chris? Is that what that means? Okay, what we might end up doing, I don't know if this will work, mind you, but what we might end up doing is if we want to finish Volume 1 tomorrow, which we may want to, I don't know. I may stream for a couple hours now, stream for a couple hours at night, and then do a day stream tomorrow to finish it. I can't realistically think of another way for me to fucking finish the volume tomorrow. Like, unless you want to do like 15 chapter stream today and tomorrow, but that sounds fucking horrid. Maybe the Lenten sacrifice wasn't directly made to the hidden entity, Lumion thought, but to the altar. It's part of the 12th night's ritual, so Raymond's spirit appeared beneath the cathedral. His body was useless, but before the loop began, Ponce Benet and his associates could leave Cordoue, to stop those downstream from finding the body and alerting the higher-ups. They might retrieve it after completing the ritual or sending it downriver. I like this plan. Sounds good, Dr. Z. Once the loop started, the power had limits, but it can't cover the area where Ponce Benet and the others recovered the body. They're affected by the corruption in their bodies and won't consider leaving the area. In the past few days, Aurora thought, other than you, the 3 foreigners, and Madame Poily and her subordinates, none of the villagers have thought of leaving Cordoue to hunt or gather fruit. If you hadn't reminded me, I would have been the same. We're like a group of monsters. We're barely surviving as humans by relying on the loop, Aurora said. No, there has to be a way for redemption. That lady said it exists, Lumion said. Can't you let your sister be vulnerable for a few minutes, Aurora said. Based on this line of thought, we can only rely on ourselves. Breaking the cycle with external forces is equivalent to killing us. Unfortunately, there's no way to verify this speculation at the moment. We can only confirm it on the 12th night. We can verify it, but it'll waste a lot of time. And besides, I can't, Aurora said. That's true. Lumion roughly understood what his sister meant. Kill a villager and not currently on the Padre's team. Kill a villager not currently on the Padre's team to see if it would trigger a reboot. If it did, they could find a way to lure one of the 3 foreigners into a death trap and see if it triggered the cycle. If not, it would validate. Aurora and Lumion's guesses. Most people in Cordoue had been corrupted and were part of the loop. Those who came later were only affected by the loop and had a chance to escape it with the help of loopholes or external forces. Nightwalker, I don't have fucking any COI photos, man. I don't have any decent COI photos. I don't know if they fucking exist or they don't exist until like way later. I've been told that there's some for volume ending, so maybe I can get some after like the weekend. But like, I literally don't have anything. I have like Lumien's pictures and stuff, but like then I need like 5 pictures behind me to, unless I'm fucking stretching them out into fucking oblivion. That's true. Wait, hold on. Nope, already did that. However, this would squander many of the past few days, and Aurora wasn't the type to kill innocents, especially those she had a good relationship with. Lumien had no moral qualms in this regard. From his perspective, dying in the loop wasn't a true death. There was a high chance of only residual problems. Much better than being trapped. That was much better than being trapped in the loop. Of course, if he really wanted to, he wouldn't murder Leia and the others. With Valentine's fanaticism and piety, he was confident he would persuade him to commit suicide. The siblings exchanged glances and fell asleep, unsure of what to say. After a while, Lumien changed the subject. Big sis, what do you think is the key to ending the loop from the inside? Aurora had been pondering this and said, we can't just end the loop from the inside. We have to use this situation to remove the corruption in everyone's body. Otherwise, what's the difference between this and suicide? Yes, according to my previous guess, something happened to the ritual, causing the entire village to enter a loop. And the reason an accident occurred was that you bear the mark of that great entity. It was activated and sealed a heavy corruption in your heart. You mean, I am the key to ending the cycle? Lumien said. Aurora nodded. The source of the accident lies with you, so naturally the key to end it is also with you. Of course, this is only a guess. Perhaps the key to the loop is the vessel that will bear the power of the entity's descent during the 12th night's ritual. For example, the Padre or someone else. Wait. Could it be that... Because I still think the gray fog in the dream and shit is the Sephira Castle aura. I don't know if that's true, obviously, but that's a guess, especially with the whole tarot card bullshit happening. Could it be the fucking the loop breaks? Klein wakes up from his fool's dream and he's like, yes, I have returned. And now we're like thrust into the fucking deep end. That'd be so based. Does that make any fucking sense logically? Fuck no. But let me have my thing, okay? Could these two speculations be equivalent? You are the vessel, otherwise you are an auxiliary sacrifice and containment? Even if something unexpected happened, the ritual wouldn't have failed disastrously and its power dissipated. The more Lumien thought, the more he felt that his sister's guess made sense. That black thorn mark on my chest is darker than the Padre's. Alright, you know what, Lumien? That's racist, okay? We don't see color in this house, you little fucker. God. So when the priest tried to deal with me, he showed signs of losing control, allowing me to kill him. Therefore, that mysterious lady never said how to end this loop. She just told me to explore the dream ruins and figure out their secrets. Yeah, that's probably a clue, Aurora said. Maybe the dream ruins stem from the corruption in your body or closely linked to it, so you can rely on the black thorn mark to take down every monster you run into there. And once you unlock the secrets, you can rein in or safely tap into the power in your body and siphon off the corruption from everyone in Cordu, breaking the loop. You want Klein to become the MC from Volume 2? I want, if theoretically possible, for Lumien and Klein to be deuteragonists. I think that's the word, right? Deuteragonist? I don't, I've only ever read the word, I've never heard it, so I don't know how to pronounce it, but all the same, okay? I think it would make sense if, like, we would switch back and forth where, like, Klein's doing, like, a lot of more big picture stuff as Lord of the Mysteries. He's, like, orchestrating stuff. Yeah, exactly, Sid. Like, I'm pretty sure it's Deuteragonus, but I may be mispronouncing that. But, like, Lumion is still doing, like, all the small stuff, right? Because he still needs to build up his strength. He still so, like, we can follow both of their adventures. I don't think it needs to be all or nothing. Yeah, maybe this can only be done at certain times, like the ritual on the 12th night. Lumion leapt up to his feet. I'm heading back to the dream now. No, no rush. Aren't you hurt? Aren't you gonna rest? The liquid Madame Poily sprinkled healed all my wounds and restored my spirituality. Oh, was that Pomelo Sego? The child-giving Guanyin? Aurora muttered. Huh? Lumion didn't get it. His sister was basically speaking a different language. What I meant is, go home, fill your belly, and take a nap, and explore your dreams, Aurora said. Are you sure about Klein's state? Is he even alive? Okay, yeah, Klein died. He got fucking off-screened. Okay. Bro, how fucking dumb do you think I am? God damn. Listen, am I the smartest cook? Am I the sharpest... what's the fucking thing? Am I the sharpest knife in the drawer? No. But, like, some faith. Jesus Christ. You think I would fall for that? In the semi-subterranean two-story building, Lumion and Aurora quietly consumed their belated lunch. The mutton, which should have been succulent and tender, tasted utterly bland on their palates. Barely satisfied, Lumion was about to clear the table when tinkling sounds reached his ears. Leia and the others? He asked. Aurora sensed it too. She put down her cutlery and looked at the entrance. Moments later, the doorbell rang. Bug, he wouldn't kill the fucking MC off screen. What are we talking about? Without hesitation, Lumion got up from his seat, went to the door, and looked at the visitors through the peephole. It was indeed the foreigners. Valentine had finally changed his attire, previously engulfed in flames due to the sufferer's aura. Madame Poily attended to his wounds, but his clothing was beyond repair. Hello, my cabbages. Did you miss me? Lumion asked as he swung open the door. Oh, you actually have a change of clothes. Valentine had swapped his white chest for a yellow vest and dark pants. I'm not fucking reading about their clothes. I don't really give a shit. Lumion couldn't detect any difference in his outfit or evidence of his previous injuries. Lumion suspected the man had packed two identical sets of clothing for Ryan, I guess. We've gathered information on these two matters, Ryan said. Lumion sought Aurora's approval before letting them in. This was the first time Ryan and his colleagues had met Aurora. They exchanged polite introductions about the impending horoscope shift and the villagers' supposed good fortune. It is tentatively confirmed that the Padre orchestrated the rumors, Ryan said, but I don't think it's that simple. The methods and the rhetoric resemble that of a witch. Under normal circumstances, the Padre wouldn't devise such a scheme. Village witches were part-time fortune tellers who frequented small towns and villages. Aurora nodded. Could it be the influence of the deceased warlock? Is there a way to lure the villagers into secretly worshipping an evil god? Would they believe it that easily? Valentine asked. It's all because believing in the EBS doesn't alleviate their poverty, and they're still oppressed by the Padre and the administrator, Aurora thought, but held her tongue. Fearing a confrontation with Valentine, she could envision villagers experiencing tangible benefits from the Padre and his followers after turning to the evil god, such as reduced contributions to EBS or protection from Pons Benet's harassment. They could even scare their irritating neighbors using the thug's name. In short, their lives would genuinely improve, giving them hope and fueling devotion. Is COI the sequel or Lord of the Mysteries the prequel? I guess COI would be the sequel because it's written after and it's so whether something is the prequel or the sequel, it depends on whether IRL it was written before or earlier, right? For example, Star Wars episode 1, 2, and 3 are prequels because IRL, they came out after episode 4, 5, and 6. Nevertheless, Aurora didn't condone their actions. Ignoring Valentine's question, Lumion helpfully suggested, "You should ask the villagers yourself and investigate the cause of their wavering faith. If you uncover the truth, I believe the papacy will hold you in high regard." Did you locate Sybil's husband, Jean Maury? Aurora asked Ryan. Ryan glanced at Leia, prompting her to speak. We infiltrated Jean Maury's residence and obtained one of his belongings. Using this, I did a dream divination. Dream divination? Aurora nodded, unsurprised. Clearly, Leia belonged to... wait, hold on. As Lumion recounted their exploration of the castle the day before, Aurora had pieced together their pathways and approximate sequences based on their performances. Leia clearly belonged to the more common Seer pathway in Intes, but she wasn't a sequence 9 or 8, she was at least a sequence 7, inferred by her beyonder powers like paper figurine substitute and damage transfer, as well as her divination and acrobats. No, prequel and sequels are both written after the original. Prequel happens earlier in time. No. Dr. Z, read his question. The question was, is COI the sequel or Lord of the Mysteries the prequel? I'm saying Lord of the Mysteries would be a prequel if Lord of the Mysteries IRL was came out after... like if COI was the first book and LOTM was the second book that came out, then LOTM would be the prequel because it came out IRL second. Aurora wasn't certain if Leia had reached sequence 6, as her knowledge of the pathway's subsequent stages were limited. 6 is faceless. Yeah, no, I don't think she's a faceless yet. Valentine belonged to one of the main pathways controlled by the EBS Church, the Sun. Likewise, he was in sequence 9 or 8. He was likely sequence 7, Solar High Priest. Furthermore, he likely hadn't reached sequence 6 as he hadn't displayed the corresponding abilities. Ryan's powers were uncommon in Intes. He was likely a warrior. This pathway was primarily controlled by the Church of God of Combat in Fasak. However, in the past 5 to 6 years, the numerous beyonders of this pathway had appeared in various countries. Has there been more warrior pathway? Because there's no god of combat anymore, and so there's more characteristics to go around? Would that be the reason? Several members of the curly-haired baboon research society had either passively or actively chosen this pathway. According to Aurora, this was also known as the Giant Pathway. Sequence 9... oh wait, I know all the sequences. I do not give a fuck. Sequence 6 was a level that experienced a qualitative change compared to previous sequences, called Dawn Paladins, who possessed the strength of giants and could create sunrise gleam in a certain area to eliminate illusions or negative auras. No worries, DSV. How's it going, man? We're literally on the second chapter. You're chilling, dude. They could also condense full-body armor known as Dawn and weapons that they were proficient in. Among them, the most potent was the two-handed broadsword, the Sword of Dawn. With this, they could unleash powerful attacks like the Hurricane of Light, which could annihilate a human body, exterminate vengeful spirits, and even wound evil spirits. Considering Ryan's performance, Aurora believed he was a Sequence 6 Dawn Paladin, though he probably hadn't become a Sequence 5 Guardian yet. Aurora had always felt that these three officials were on par with her, but now she realized that each of them were stronger than the last, and if she wasn't prepared, she wouldn't stand a chance in a one-on-one. Wait, she's a Sequence 7 Mystery Prior, right, Aurora? It was well known that in the official categorization, Sequence 9 and 8 were low sequences. They had some unique abilities compared to ordinary people, but their flaws were apparent. 7 through 5 were mid-sequences, where they began to possess extraordinary powers. 4 and above were known as demigods. I post 2 artwork on COI. You can use... Ah, Sid, thanks, buddy. According to the members of the curly-haired baboon society, those who had infiltrated official organizations, when dealing with ordinary Beyonder matters, a team of 1 mid-sequence and 2 low-sequencers would be assembled to carry out the first round of investigations. They would then deploy more high-level forces as needed. This time, facing the anomalies, the Intas officials had sent 3 mid-sequencers. They weren't taking this situation lightly. Aurora had shared all this information with Lumion, and the siblings listened intently as Leia talked. In the dream divination, I saw the shepherd, emerging with a few nails wrapped in hair, and stuffed them into the hay, Leia said. Haystack, nails, hair. Lumion instantly recalled his discovery under the guidance of the 3 sheep. He had found the nails wrapped in some hair in Barry's sheep pen. He said, "Are those Jean Morey's nails and hair? Was he killed by the shepherd?" Aurora nodded. Originally, the custom of hiding one's nails and hair outside the house was to prevent it from affecting one's horoscope and luck. It was limited to family members with a bad reputation or who had committed suicide, as well as those who were murdered by a relative. But because Jean was killed at the shepherd's house, Pierre still carefully cut off the party's nails and took some hair in the haystack outside the house? Noisette, how's it going, man? A new lore, the Baboon Society has some members as official Beyonders. I mean, I would have figured that, but I will note it in my thing. That is technically new information. I will note that. By the way, I will say, I haven't seen Romero in a stream in a long time. I mean, obviously, I know he was studying for his exams until, like, end of the month, but... Curly-haired... I'm good, Noisette. I'm good. Is there a way to spectate the D&D sessions? Yeah, Gestapo, you can just pop in whenever there's one happening and then just kind of listen in. You're chilling. Like, there was one earlier this morning. I popped in for a little bit, but I popped in just as they were ending stuff. But, like, yeah, you can for sure just pop in, I think. No wonder it was there before. There must be the previous victim. How many people have been killed in secret? Lumion scoffed. At this point, he's still worried about messing up his horoscope and luck? Imbecile, Valentine cursed. They had been briefed by Lumion earlier and knew of the 3 sheep, the haystacks, and the folk customs. After discussing for a while, they confirmed they wouldn't try anything else for now. Leia and the others bid Lumion and Aurora farewell and returned to the tavern. The siblings didn't mention their speculation at noon, afraid it may deter the official investigation from cracking this case open from the inside. After clearing the table and wiping it down, Lumion returned to his room and laid down on his bed. With so many thoughts, his sleep eluded him for a while. He did some meditation techniques to finally fall asleep. In the room, shrouded in faint grey fog, Lumion opened his eyes and sat up, lowered his gaze and looked at his chest. His vision seemed to cut through the thin cotton shirt and flesh, allowing him to see the blackthorn tattoo. Is this the root of the loop? Lumion thought. The blackthorn symbol was at the heart of the issue, and the bluish-black pattern brought protection from that ominous force, allowing Cordu to be salvaged. All of this could be traced back nearly 6 years. Lumion remembered clearly that he had been a street rat at the time, barely surviving by relying on seemingly being unthreatening due to his young age and ruthlessness. Then one day he met a dying old man. Maybe it was because he had picked up some street smarts, or maybe because the old man reminded him of his only family, Pepe, who had raised him until his early teens but sadly passed on. Lumion chose to lend a hand. Though he ultimately failed to save the old man's life, Lumion still sent him to the crematorium and buried him in a public grave. He found the bluish-black symbol on the old man's corpse during this. From then on, he often dreamed of the vast expanse of the grey fog. His luck then turned sour, and he began struggling to scavenge enough food. Thankfully, he met Aurora not long after. Wait, hold on. What? He got this dream and this symbol after... Well, the dream rather. After burying an old man? Dude, he's actually just straight up Fours. Fours buried the old lady, and then she became a Beyonder, and now she's gonna help this guy. Not his actual Pepe Noisette. He said that he reminded him of his Pepe, so I don't think it was literally him. What? Do you think Aurora and Lumion met each other because of convergence of Sephira Castle's aura? I don't think Sephira... No, wait, no. Sephira... a Sephiroth does have convergence. I was gonna say a Sephiroth. I don't think a Sephiroth has convergence, but I know it does. Never mind. Maybe? Maybe. Hold on. Do you guys mind? I'm just gonna grab a can of Coke really quickly. I just ran out of something to drink. I'll be back in just 2 seconds.
Close your eyes and listen up. Everyone's paying attention to you. You look so sad. You don't have to be so wise. Feel a bit of your hurt. Carry on. Please forget about your past fears and trust yourself now. No turning back.
Alright, sorry about that. We're back.
Live inside of you, and there's no need for
Jesus Christ, stop. Alright, okay.
look into yourself. Don't
You're blind?
cry no more.
Wait, Dr. Z, I didn't know you were blind. You know what? Considering that, your spoilers are forgiven. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Sudden encounter. Lumion exhaled steadily and reined in his thoughts. He slung his shotgun over his shoulder and clipped on his axe, leaving his home. He strode into the ruins. Tracking a familiar route through the forest, he crept deeper into the tangle of collapsed houses towards the hulking peak of the crumbling stone. Thick fog clung to the somber sky. Weeds rasped at his feet, the whole world darkened and bleak. Soon, Lumion left the familiar grounds, plunging into the heart of the ruins. He scanned the ruins consistently, cataloging every trace, theorizing how each might be useful in the night. Caution slowed his progression, but hunting taught caution and carefulness above all. Finally, a clue: fresh footprints, seemingly human. Tucked behind a jumble of rubble at the road's edge, concealed. This one knows how to move unseen, capable of eliminating traces to an extent, Lumion thought. He suspected that it was something similar to the shotgun monster, perhaps sequence 8 of the Hunter pathway. Experience and Aurora's speculation told him 3 kinds of monsters likely infested these ruins. The first bore no boons or characteristics, like the Noodle Man or the Orifice monster. The second displayed characteristics but no boons, typified by the shotgun monster. The black thorn on Lumion's chest should suppress them. It meant that they were tainted by some kind of hidden corruption. The third showed no boons or characteristics, mere humans or creatures twisted into horrors like the skinless monster he first saw. Whether monsters with boons and characteristics both existed, he and Aurora suspected so, but had no proof. Therefore, it was likely that a monster with hunter traits possessed characteristic. Lumion tracked the footprints and discovered 2 lethal traps, validating his hypothesis. Had he not tread carefully or lacked his hunter abilities, he was likely to become prey instead of predator. Soon, the footprints grew larger, meaning a high possibility of encountering the target soon. Rather than rushing to greet his target, Lumion circled around and located to an ambush spot, and began to dance. Amidst the intangible melody, he stamped with powerful steps and spun in a gentle, graceful semicircle. His skills were rough and rusty, but with the dancer's power, he felt his chest heat up. After undoing his shirt and confirming the black thorn's materialization, Lumion climbed onto the collapsed house's center and settled into his hiding place. He glanced into the distance and spied a figure digging a trap. It was certainly a person, but its whole body was charred black. No way, it's a pyromaniac, right? I've landed a big one. He was thrilled that the primary ingredient matching a sequence 8 provoker had appeared. What troubled him most was that the prey was stronger than expected. Pyromaniac was sequence 7, according to Aurora, a sequence that had undergone a qualitative change. It's not Pyromaniac, but it's Conspirer, where the Hunter pathway goes through the biggest intelligence boost, right? But if he can get a sequence 7... No. At his level, he has no way of splitting up the characteristics, does he? Oh, that's useless. But he could probably get Force to do it. Force is an angel now. She could probably split him apart. Never mind. As long as the monster attacked him from afar, it may not be weakened by the Blackthorn symbol. After some thought, Lumion decided to retreat. He planned to devise an effective plan to handle the monster. His initial idea was to head home and dance the dance that could summon the strange objects in the surrounding area and see what kind of adverse effects it would have on him, while allowing the remnant spirit of the mouth orifice monster to possess him. Pyromaniac is a qualitative change. Or is this too lazy to do that? Nah, she's been helpful. Like, she's brought stuff into the dream and stuff. If it wasn't severe and acceptable, he could borrow the other party's ability in the future, such as invisibility. Lumion wasn't too worried about the after effects of being possessed. In any case, he was in a dream. As long as he didn't die, he could recover after going to reality. Just as Lumion made a move, the flaming monster raised its charred face, looked right at him. Not good. Instead of climbing, Lumion jumped down. Almost instantly, a massive fireball smashed into where he had been, erupting into flames. Lumion staggered in a sorry state, and when he crashed, he could barely control his body. All he could do was tumble and roll to cushion the impact. If not for the dancer's extraordinary flexibility, his muscles and ligaments would have been torn from the movement. By the time Lumion stood up, the monster had materialized atop the collapsed building. Upon seeing this, Lumion felt as if he was surrounded by soldiers with guns trained on him. He bolted to the collapsed building where the monster had stood. Faced with such a scene, he had only one chance to turn defeat into victory by using the symbol on his chest. He needed to close the distance. As Lumion ran, half the fire ravens descended from the sky and detonated behind him, causing heat waves to surge and explosions to reverberate. Dude, can you imagine? This guy becomes a sequence 7, and Aurora is just standing there. She's like, "Bro, I've been a fucking Beyonder for years, and we're the same sequence now? This is so cringe. According to the outside world, it's been like 2 days, and we're the same sequence? Oh my god, cringe. Just give up now." The illusory fire ravens banked and locked onto their target. At that moment, Lumion arrived at the bottom of the building, no more than 5 meters from the monster. In the next second, the charred monster, enveloped in flames, froze. The fire ravens were instantly snuffed out. "It's working," Lumion thought. The flaming monster pivoted and ran away. "Hey, don't run," Lumion thought. I don't think 9 to 7 would be safe. That's what you think, Plague, okay? How many volumes do you think we'll be in the loop? I think the ending of Volume 1 will probably be breaking the loop, I think, Bug. Lumion chased it for 2 blocks. As the monster was too close, he completely lost sight of it. I'm just thinking on like a pragmatic level, Bug, that if this was supposed to be like a standalone book that you could theoretically read before Lord of the Mysteries, Cuttlefish would be really dumb to limit the scope for a long amount of time. For 110 chapters, you keep it to like a small village in a loop, that's fine. You keep like 2 or 3 volumes, or God forbid more, in like a really small area, you're not giving yourself enough time to like build out and show how big the world is, right? Just pragmatically. There was a reason it was like Tinjin, and then it was Backland showing you like, holy fuck, this place is really big. And then after that, it was like, okay, now we're just Traveler. We're just fucking going everywhere because I want you to see this world that I've built up. It wouldn't make any sense for him to spend a lot of time just in this village. He circled around the ruins before him and chased the monster. Lumion chased it for 2 blocks, but the monster was too quick. He had lost sight of it. And the searing sensation in Lumion's chest had vanished. He had no choice but to stop and gather himself. As he panted, Lumion's gaze froze. Not far away, a figure loomed in the doorway of the building. A figure wearing a black robe and a hood. Aside from that, it seemed ordinary, except it had 3 faces. The front was an old man's, the left was in its prime, and the right was that of a child. The 3-faced monster. Wait, is it trying to imply that the pyromaniac didn't run away from Lumion, but it ran away from this thing? The pyromaniac sensed this thing and was like, I'm not fucking staying around here, brother. He's like, I could kill you, but I don't got time right now. I gotta go. As he was chasing after the monster, he'd wandered deep into the ruins and stumbled on the three-faced monster. Despite mastering the mysterious sacrificial dance and activating the symbol, Lumion had no intention of using the three-faced monster as a practice. His instinct screamed that this foe was lethal, and according to the lady's words, even weakened by the symbol, that monster could easily slay a hunter. Lumion's power was to steer clear of the three-faced monster's territory and practice on other monsters, to test the Blackthorn symbol against enemies of varying might before deciding to hunt that thing. Unexpectedly, the monster left its domain and stumbled upon Lumion. Would a dance of contrition appease you, Lumion thought, as he took a step back? At the entrance of the crumbling building, the monster retreated a step. Lumion turned around, and the monster mirrored him. Lumion bolted, and so did the monster. Lumion, who had meant to flee and try dancing, ran a few paces before sensing something. He halted and glanced back, and saw the monster retreating. He just stared. After a moment, he grasped the situation and touched his face and muttered, "Am I that scary?" The monster's actions reminded him of their first encounter. So the monster is mirroring him. Why would it be doing that? Back then, Lumion stole a glance at the three-faced monster and cowered in terror, praying to EBS to conceal him. Though the monster clearly peered towards his hiding spot, he didn't seem to notice anything, and instead took the initiative to retreat. So it wasn't EBS that shielded me, nor was I fortunate. Did the monster sense my specialness and flee? In the dream ruins, can monsters of a certain level and above perceive my specialness without me activating the symbol? It doesn't feel like it's running away from him, it feels like it's mirroring him. After he stood and looked back, the monster was still running? Oh. Ooh, interesting. Lumion broke the monsters in the dream ruins into 3 levels. The lowest level acted on instinct alone. As soon as they saw him, they would attack. The higher level ones would hunt him down before he partially activated the symbol. After he did, they would opt to escape cunningly. At a certain level, Lumion didn't even need to activate or partially activate the symbol, nor did they need to be within 5 meters of them to feel his specialness. Was there any other level above these 3? Lumion felt there should be at least 1, at most 3. For instance, the kind that wouldn't fear the partially activated symbol so much they would flee. They would persist in attacking despite being weakened. Or, for example, the kind that were so high level that they wouldn't react to the symbol at all. Therefore, while Lumion was delighted that he could scare off the three-faced monster, he didn't dare to be careless. Disregarding terrifying beings that may be higher in level than the three-faced monster, just the flaming monster could incinerate him to ash without being impacted by the symbol due to its long-range attacks. With this in mind, Lumion hesitated for a moment before stealthily delving deeper into the dream ruins along the three-faced monster's escape route. He planned to scout the blood-colored peak and surround the area today to gather information for the subsequent unlocking of the dream's secrets. Along the way, he proceeded to a relatively concealed area less easily discovered, on guard against any monster that may suddenly burst out. And sound like he would buy fours from Hermit instead of Formula. Like, queen is not for sale? Fours is no queen. She's like a bishop at best. With this in mind, Lumion hesitated for a moment before stealthily delving deeper into the dream ruins along the three-faced monster's escape route. He planned to scout the blood-colored peak and the surrounding area today to gather information for the subsequent unlocking of the dream secret. You know what, Dr. Z? Hurtful, but fair. Hurtful, for sure. I didn't enjoy that, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it was fair. Perhaps because the three-faced monster had just passed by, frightening off the other monsters, Lumion didn't see a single other monster. There was still a circle of ruins, but unlike the outer layers, the buildings there hadn't collapsed, but seemed to have completed a warped reassembly as if they had a life of their own. They were interconnected, as if a strange, thorny city had been built. The wall was dyed a faint greyish black. The windows on the door of the original buildings were embedded messily on the surface, some open, some permitting one to see the shattered tables and chairs inside, some shut tightly as if they couldn't be pulled open. Lumion scanned the area and gazed up at the blood-colored mountain. At this range, even with the heavy fog and the blanketing the sky, Lumion could see every detail of the mountain. It was made of rocks and soil, no more than 30 meters, but giving off a towering menace. The color on its surface was unnatural, neither brownish red nor of the rocks, nor the reddish brown of the soil. They seemed dyed, making it look sinister. According to Aurora's novels and Paranormal's magazines, this may have been dyed red by human blood, Lumion thought. Suddenly, an unseen wind blew away some of the fog, and the peak came into view. Sitting cross-legged was a giant 4 to 5 meters tall with 3 heads. He was naked, and 3 heads growing from his neck, one faced left revealing anger, greed, and hatred. One faced forward with a warped expression of pain and regret, and the other facing right, coldly with pity in his eyes. The giant had 6 arms stretching out at odd angles. Its entire body, including the 3 heads, was made of flesh and organ fragments stitched together with pus flowing everywhere. Seeing the giant, Lumion's mind buzzed as he heard a terrifying voice that seemed infinitely far away, yet right beside him. His head felt as if it had been split open with an axe, intense agony occupying his mind. When Lumion woke up from his near-death state, he realized that he was curled up on the ground, rolling back and forth. His vision was blurry and stained with blood, and everything he saw was misty. In this state, Lumion felt that even the skinless monster could kill him easily. As for the giant at the summit of the mountain, it was unknown if it couldn't leave or if it had been affected by the blackthorn symbol and hadn't attacked Lumion. After regaining his composure, Lumion stood up and noticed the linen shirt beneath the dark-colored jacket stained with blood and sweat. What the hell was that? With a mere glance, the blackthorn symbol had flared to life and nearly overpowered him. It posed an even greater threat than wielding the dancer's might. He dared not recall the giant's visage. He could only deduce what he could from fractured impressions. An advanced variant of the three-faced monster? Sheer corruptive influence? Aurora was right. Sight's not meant to be seen. It occupies the crimson mountaintop, the heart of the dreamscape. Does it signify that it's integral to the dream's mystery? Mystery! Dude. Oh man. In hindsight, just how fucking dope that was for like the ancient sun god to just look up beyond time and space and just be like, mysteries. And you're like, damn. Oh. Like the ancient sun god who's like basically half a pillar is like, do not pry into my secrets, boy. And you're like, god damn. Ooh. As his thoughts raced, Lumion forced down the urge to gaze up at the mountain summits. If he took another look, it would spell certain death. He resolved to withdraw for now and return to the real world to recover. He would resume his exploration at night. Lumion spun on his heels, ready to retrace his steps out there, when a sudden clanging caught his ears. What's that? Curiosity seized him, and he devised a plan to sidle over for a peek. Of course, he would proceed judiciously, not hastily or rashly. He would tuck himself in between buildings to recoup his spirituality. After a time, Lumion again performed the mysterious sacrificial dance. He seemed to morph into a high priest of the hidden existence, gratifying that existence with movement that could marshal the ambient forces of nature. With a burning sensation in his chest, Lumion halted and honed in on the intermittent clanging. Skirting the blood-hued mountain crest and the dilapidated city wall, dancing anew, he spied an orange glimmer through a half-open, brownish-red wooden door in the wall. A flickering orange flame shone above the half-open wooden door. The figure in that room was reflected in a grimy diagonal glass window. It looked humanoid, but not spindly in the dim light. In that moment, the figure raised a hammer-like object and smashed down. A metallic clang rang out. A blacksmith? A blacksmith in the ruins? Trusting that the blackthorn symbol on his chest hadn't vanished, he dropped into a crouch and darted to the glass and peered in. By the way, that reminds me, I think Adam knew Klein since the start, because when he saw ASG, Klein saw him, and that's why Adam knew Klein from the start and gave him the cross. Maybe. Sequence 1 of the spectator pathway. Author would, it's not, well, it's possible. Shattered furniture and debris littered the space. In the center was a stove, its top half gone, housing a fire. On top, an iron plate cobbled together, mismatched. A pewter black dirk lay on the plate, twice as long as a normal dagger. Strange patterns coating its surface. Just looking at it made Lumion dizzy. The figure pounded the dirk like a skilled blacksmith, the hammer blows ringing out in a steady beat. He wore a black robe, decay marring the side of its face visible to Lumion, even revealing bone in places. Another monster? Is it picking up where it left off when it was human? The dirk isn't run-of-the-mill, it's a bit sinister. I wonder if it's a sealed artifact, or a Beyonder weapon. He was less than 3 meters from the rotting blacksmith, but the other party didn't seem to detect the blackthorn symbol on his chest. He kept pounding the dirk in silence. Given that the blackthorn symbol was about to vanish, Lumion recoiled and tiptoed away from the window. It had only taken a few steps when the searing sensation in his chest disappeared. At that moment, a creaking sound came from behind. Lumion whipped around and saw the door swing open. The blacksmith had emerged. There were 4 or 5 putrid gashes on his face that revealed bone. Half of its left eyeball was dangling from its eye socket, like a corpse. He clutched the hammer in his right hand, and the black dirk in his left. Fuck, Lumion thought. The blacksmith monster had been influenced by the symbol, so he'd been quietly pounding the metal away. When the symbol disappeared, he seized his weapon and emerged out to hunt him. Oh, clever. Maybe. But maybe his friend, not foe. Maybe he says like, hey, I give you this weapon, you go have fun, you go about your business, please don't hurt me. Is that not possible? Approaching. No, appropriating, sorry. Maybe this is like a new bonfire he gets, you know? Like Dark Souls. Like he just, like this is a safe place he can come. As Lumion confronted the situation, he pivoted and bolted. He couldn't leverage the environment, and he knew nothing about the monster's abilities. Once he escaped to the nearest natural trap and wasn't in pursuit, he'd consider counterattacking. Lumion didn't run in a straight line, but snaked left and right. He was worried that that the monster may predict its trajectory and hurl a fireball or a weapon. The old Lumion could run on a curve, but he'd have to throttle back at points. Otherwise, his body couldn't take it, and he'd eat dirt. Things were different now. He was very limber, far above normal humans. His muscles and tendons easily stretch, letting him run in a smooth semicircle. With this move, he felt that unless the blacksmith monster had special abilities, he should easily be able to run away to the ruins a couple meters away. Suddenly, dread gripped his heart. Without thinking, he plunged forward. Sizzling, sharp pain seared his back. A black dirk had sliced him. The blacksmith monster had caught up in a single bound and swung its weapon. It seemed to have shortened over a dozen steps into one. Lumion endured the pain and rolled twice before finally touching the half-collapsed building. He vaulted with a whoosh, slithering through the walls and furnishing as a cover, bolting to the black entrance. See, oh my god, I was about to call him Derek. Oh, I'm going through the 7 stages of fucking grief. This is so cooked. You know what? This is what Lumion needs to learn. Hesitation means death, okay? You see that monster? That monster that's casually chilling and is not attacking you? You attack it! You attack him when he's just you don't go like, damn, like he's just chilling, maybe he could like make me... No, just kill him and take the weapon. Bro, oh my god. Within 10 seconds, he had arrived at a natural snare that he saw earlier, ducked beneath the roof and that had slid to the ground, and waited for the monster to show up. He didn't try the sacrificial dance because he felt there wasn't enough time. The other side clearly had some distinctive tracking prowess. As time passed, Lumion didn't see the monster, nor did he catch any sound approaching. Didn't chase me? He was glad, but it felt weird. Hesitation is defeat. True.
I'm so
Hold on. This is what Lumion needs to hear, okay? If he heard this one time, he would understand, okay? And he would never make this mistake again. Hold on, this is such a hard speech. Oh my god. Dude, Bleach had such high peaks. Holy crap, dude.
disappointed, Ichigo. So very disappointed.
Oh, Keyescape, my go.
Sadly, your sword exhibits only fear. And when you counter, it's because you fear being killed. When you attack, you fear killing. And when you try to protect someone, you fear you could let them die. At this point, the only thing that your sword speaks of is senseless fright.
This is not even the...
And that's not good. What you do not need in battle
is fear-based.
Nothing will come of it. When you counter, you don't let them cut you. If you protect someone, you don't let them die. When you attack, you kill. Understand?
That's it, okay? That's all he... Someone needs to tell him this, and then Lumion becomes fucking goated, okay? Like, nah, you get the chance to attack, you fucking go for it, okay? Hesitation is death. This is not what we're doing here, okay? Oh, dude. God, Bleach was so peak at times. Holy God. It wasn't... Like, it didn't have a lot of... It had a lot of downtrodden moments too, I'm not gonna lie to you otherwise. But, God damn, when it hit so fucking hard, dude. That's so goated. Manga has 0 fillers. Yeah, thanks for that, buddy. Aurora could... I know! Aurora can! He just needs to clutch up. I'm going on my travel of 30 hours? Holy fuck. Alright, unknown. Alright, be safe, buddy. I'll catch you later. Jesus Christ. After some thought, he guessed the monster couldn't leave the city walls, so the moment he decided to go into the ruins, it gave up. Considering he had already suffered 2 injuries and was drained, Lumion decided not to explore. After leveraging his terrifying flexibility, he treated the wound on his back and headed back to the edge of the ruins. After walking for a long time, he finally saw the collapsed building and suddenly felt something was off. It had been more than enough time to finish a meal. The dream ruins aren't especially large. I should be able to walk in a straight line. Why haven't I escaped yet? The more Lumion thought, the more he sensed something was wrong. His thoughts were becoming foggy and disjointed, as if exhaustion was overtaking him. He forced himself to focus, relying on his hunter abilities to locate a path. However, as he walked, he couldn't help periodically slipping into a daze. After an indeterminate amount of time, Lumion's eyes abruptly reflected the flickering orange glow of a fire. He found himself back by the city wall where the blacksmith was. Not good. I'm under its influence. It didn't chase me. I can't force my way out. I can only think of a solution. The monster. Lumion's thoughts slowed and fogged. As he approached the chamber involuntarily, he struggled to perform the sacrificial dance. Since he had to confront the monster, his greatest reliance was the symbol on his chest. Amidst the sonorous but intermittent noises, Lumion saw the door emitting orange flames open and the monster holding the black dirk walk out. Unlike before, much of the rotting marks on its face had vanished, and its fresh flesh had overgrown the wounds that exposed its bones. Its eyes lit up at Lumion with undisguised greed and amusement. At the same time, Lumion saw himself in the glass window. His face was pale, his eyes dull, and his skin showing signs of decay. He looked more like a zombie than a human. Lumion realized the truth. I will take its place. I will walk out a human. Lumion, who didn't know what ability had affected him or what he had encountered, had only one thought, giving it his all by finishing the dance and partially activating the symbol on his chest. He slowly but firmly began his dance, but the monster didn't seize the opportunity to attack. It waited patiently. afraid that the additional action would impact its fate. As he edged closer and closer and danced with each step, Lumien's vision grew more blurry. He only knew that the blacksmith monster's smile had become more and more human. Tinab, how's it going, man? After advancing some distance, Lumien's mind buzzed. He heard a terrifying sound. A sound that wasn't clear enough and was very illusory, but it only caused some disorder in his mind, preventing him from experiencing a near-death experience. Amidst his grogginess, Lumien's thoughts cleared up and his vision returned. He felt the burning sensation in his chest and knew that the symbol meant trouble. Almost simultaneously, he saw the smile on the monster's face freeze. Numerous silver and black warts produced itself on the monster's face. The wicked dirk in its hand buzzed and vibrated as if trembling in fear. Amidst a metallic crisp sound, a jagged fracture shot across the black dirk. The blacksmith monster crumbled into black warts and warped maggots crawling across its black robe. God. Oh shit, God, his ass didn't even need to fight him. Oh, appropriating. The monster was appropriating Lumien or something. Lumien gawked at the scene dumbstruck. It was as if the enemy had killed itself mid-battle. After over 10 seconds, he looked at the fleshy lumps in amused disbelief. So you dragged me here to attend your funeral? You should have just said that earlier. There's no need for the pomp and show. I would have gladly shown up, Lumien said. He strode over the chunks of flesh. Nothing else seemed amiss, save that the slightly cracked pewter black dirk still quivered like a wounded animal. Lumien's heart raced as he looked down at his chest, seeing the symbol beneath his clothes. Realizing the truth, he grabbed the black dirk with his right hand. The dirk trembled, but didn't struggle or resist. It was docile. You know what this is reminding me of? This is like Klein threatening the creeping hunger with like, hey, listen, motherfucker. I listen. Do you want me to do this? I will have the aura of Sephora Castle destroy you, or you can fucking obey me. Okay? As soon as he held the dirk, the heat in his chest intensified. Something leaked out, resonating with the dirk. Amidst the hum, Lumien grasped a greater understanding of the dirk in his grip. It was a corrupted Beyonder weapon, gaining power and a semblance of life. In other words, Lumien hadn't encountered a blacksmith monster. The dirk was the true menace. The monster, rather, was its puppet. It would gradually transform any living being that touched its cold steel and drew blood into a zombie, robbing them of will and reason. Those who were cut by it, spilling crimson, would have their destiny approached by its edge. God damn. When seizing one's fate, it could inflict no further harm. Just now, it had bartered the fate of the blacksmith monster, becoming a puppet to exchange for Lumien, leaving the wilderness as a human. If there was nothing else to trade, he had to kill the target to completely strip a portion of its fate from him and store it in the dark. This ability came from the dancer's corresponding sequence 5. Fate Appropriator. Hold on. The weapon he has is a sequence 5? That's corrupt. I'm missing sequence 6 now. Dancer, Alms Monk, no. Dancer, Alms Monk, what is sequence 7? I don't know 7. Wait, do I know 7? I don't know. I don't think I know 7 and 6. 5 is Fate Appropriator, 4 is Circle Inhabitant. Therefore, after the corruption in Lumine's body was half activated, it resonated with the Dirk, letting some knowledge seep out. Otherwise, he could only get someone to use divination and find out patterns to grasp the pewter Black Dirk's abilities and characteristics. He could only rely on his repeated experiments to gather information. The equivalent weapon of this that Klein got was the gun, right? It was the death knell? I don't know what, I can't remember what, or are you guys thinking about the, no. What sequence did Klein get Creeping Hunger? He got that shit early. Yeah, but he got like Creeping Hunger early. 6? Creeping Hunger? Are you guys sure? What? I thought he had it for so much longer. That's crazy. I don't know why. I was thinking like he had it at like 8 or 7. End of 3. Oh, damn. No, what am I talking about? Of course he didn't have it when fighting fucking, Inns, so it must have been at least 7. Yeah, no, you guys are right. No, you guys are right. Actually, I don't mind you appropriating some of my destiny, but you will have to bear the consequences, Lumine laughed. If you can swap my fate of being trapped in this time loop, I will kneel and grovel before you 3 times. But randomly appropriating destinies will hurt only you. The Dirk trembled, not daring to respond. Lumine now understood why it was so obedient. First, the half-activated Blackthorn symbol suppressed it. Second, encountering Lumine had traumatized the weapon. From today on, your name is Fate Appropriator Dirk. Got it? Lumine said. The Dirk bobbed up and down twice, as if nodding. Unfortunately, you were only a Beyonder weapon. Your power will fade. You could have lasted 2 years, but now, severely damaged from your foolishness, you'll only last for 6 months. In fact, he could replenish Fate Appropriator by extracting powers from the corruption in his body, but that required finding someone to repair the crack. What do you think of the new ability? Dude, Fate Appropriator is so cooked. I mean, it's not dissimilar from what Amon was trying to do or Klein did at the end of volume 8? 7? 8. I don't know. 7 and 8. I don't know. Fucking, they're all the same, okay? But those guys were sequence 1s and 0s. What the fuck are we talking about? Of sequence 5 has this ability. What is this crack? No sooner had he spoken than the heat in his chest vanished. Wasting no time, he hurled the dirk away as if it was red-hot coal. So wait, he can only use it when the fucking symbol is active? The pewter black dirk clattered to the ground before coming to bouncing a few times before finally coming to a stop. Lumine heaved a sigh of relief and muttered, without the protection of the Blackthorn symbol, that thing's a time bomb. Luckily, he knew how to avoid its negative effects already. Lumine approached the grayish-white remains and picked up the black robe left behind by the monstrous blacksmith. He tore off several strips of the cloth and wrapped them tightly around his hand. Then he grabbed the dirk. The dirk remained unresponsive. Preparing to discard the item in his hand, Lumen relaxed and said, I need to find a scabbard to carry it around. Do I have to permanently bandage my left or right hand just to have time to protect myself when I need to draw the blade? This thing is dangerous, but it is also incredible. Beside its short lifespan, it outclasses all Beyonder weapons Aurora mentioned. Many level 3 artifacts may not even compare. Yeah, because level 2 would be mid-sequencers. I think 3 is low-sequence stuff. And this is at the peak of mid-sequence stuff, so this would make sense, yeah. While muttering to myself, Lumen swaddled the dirk in layers of cloth. Once having wrapped it, he slid the dirk into his belt. Having done this, Lumen rubbed his temples. And despite the exhaustion, entered the room from which the monster had emerged, searching it. Aside from the furnace, he found nothing at all. Lumen's investigation concluded cautiously and carefully as he retraced his steps. Plague, kind of, but you also have to remember, Klein was, you also have, like, Lumen is being helped a lot more hands-on, and it's obvious, right? Like, he has, Forz, who is an angel, kind of like Azek, but unlike Azek, Forz has all of her memories. Is she about as helpful as a bag of rocks because she's a lazy bitch? Maybe a little bit, but, you know, she's there. He also has what I'm assuming is the aura of Sephira Castle. He also has his sister, who's a fucking transmigrator. He already has 2 pathways. Like, he's being helped out a lot, right? So you just have to imagine that it's like setting him up for some like really difficult bullshit things he has to deal with later. Unhindered by fate, he left the ruins and entered his home. Not in a rush to sleep, Lumen left the room, stowed away the dirk, and rested. Once his spirituality had recovered, he performed a bizarre dance in his bedroom. He aimed to attract the peculiar creatures in the vicinity and let one of them possess him to test out the negative effects. Having sensed the fear and the reverence of that flaming monster, the three-faced monster, and the dirk towards the symbol, he was no longer as terrified as before. His corruption was far more powerful. Azek at least wasn't lazy. He probably has the worst major arcana to help him. I assume you're talking about Forz? Yeah, probably. I mean, the only one that I can think of that would be worse somehow would be Gio. But that's because Gio's just doesn't fucking know anything. Forz is like, she knows stuff, but she's like, go do stuff. If you survive, I'll tell you a couple of things. I'm really hungover right now. Let's do this later, okay? She's so, but like Gio would just be like about as lost as he is, and she'd be like, "Are we in a time loop? Holy shit! How do you think so?" I'm like, what? Like she wouldn't know. Moreover, he was quite exhausted and would quickly fall asleep. When the time came, even if the being he harbored was reluctant to leave or cause negative effects, he would recover after resting in the real world. How doesn't she know anything? I don't know, Bug. We've just had no true indication that she's done anything or knows anything, right? Like, really? What do we know about her? Really, tell me. What do we know? She's in the tarot club because, like, her friend was, and she was kind of like a fucking nepotism pick, okay? There's, like, a lot better options. Like, Anderson would have been a way better choice. Do I like Anderson? Fuck no. But it would have been a better choice. Is this what Aurora calls cheating and exploiting loopholes? Lumion thought. As the dance intensified, his spirituality expanded. What the fuck? Gradually, Lumion fused with his surroundings. He lifted his leg and took a step and spun around. Without even activating his spirit vision, he saw 3 translucent figures by his bedroom's glass window. The familiar skinless monster, shotgun monster, and mouth orifice monster. Seems like my spiritual perception isn't strong enough. Yeah, but Bug, that's not an argument, that's a counter-argument, right? That's like, well, we don't know that she knows anything, so she might know a lot of stuff. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying that we don't know if she knows anything. She might know everything. She might actually be the fucking mother goddess of depravity. She, like, yeah, she could be, but like, I don't have any indication of that. Instead of devouring the drop of blood and entering Lumion's body through this ritual silver dagger, the maw-like creature recreated 7 or 8 meters, floating amidst the howling wind, still mesmerized by the dance. Thanks, Ed. Hey, come over, Lumion, on the verge of completing his final dance steps. He couldn't help but urge. The 3 hazy figures outside the house drifted away as Lumion's dance came to a halt. They vanished. Lumion stared at the scene, baffled about the monster's refusal to possess him. He reviewed the dance, certain that there was no mistakes. Could it be that its fixation remembers that I killed it? But the knowledge that came from the dancer didn't mention this. Logically, it should be eager to possess me and take revenge, Lumion thought. This was a rare circumstance. It made sense that the dancer's corresponding knowledge wouldn't cover such anomalies. Is it possible that they're refusing to join me or possess me due to because I'm corrupted by an evil god and sealed by a greater being? So you guys just watch me dance but don't want to possess me? What the fuck is this? Freeloading? Lumion's disappointment grew as he realized, before reaching Contract D, one of the dancer's abilities was useless. He couldn't attract creatures and exploit their traits. He consoled himself, hoping that only the dream-ruined creatures would be like this. I wonder what I can attract in reality. Will they dare themselves to attach to me, Lumion thought? His mood lifted as he looked at the dirk in front. Ensconced by layers of black cloth, this powerful weapon would aid him in delving deeper into the ruins. The only drawback was its inability to be brought to the real world. I wonder if that lady can help bring it out. But the next time I explore the dream ruins, I'll have to trouble her to bring the dirk back in. She's definitely unwilling to keep providing help. She's clearly averse to hassle and prefers slacking off. True! Lazy! You're like, Wiz couldn't do Lumion? Okay. He's already seen Klein as a super... Well, of course, Klein is a super god. When Lumion woke up, the sky was an unnatural shade of inky black. Only a smoldering crimson smear of a sunset remained in the distance. Lumion left his room and went down to the first floor. Are your eyes okay? Lumion asked. Pretty much, Aurora said. Lumion peered into their light blue depths, but saw nothing amiss. Discover anything interesting in the dream ruins? Aurora asked. Thanks, Plague, you bitch. Instead of deity? Oh, true. Oh, true, yeah. Yeah, but like great existence doesn't have to be like above God, right? Great existence could also just be like an angel or something. Great existence just means like a great existence. Lumion began chopping ingredients for the last dish, recounting his encounters. That blade is powerful. Seeing her brother was unharmed, Aurora started laughing. If it were me, I'd never call it Fate Appropriator Dirk. It's too straightforward. What would you call it then? Lumion asked. Fallen Mercury, Aurora said. Fallen Mercury it is. He had to use the name his sister gave. Actually, it's still not the best name, but it's all I can come up with instantly. The monster's behavior does seem to suggest your theory. The symbol on your chest, or rather, the corruption in your body isn't simple. It can suppress something powerful to an extent and closely relates to that hidden existence. Perhaps the key to the loop is with you. Oh. Let's see what secrets the dreams hold. Then we'll patiently wait for the 12th night. So far, they had investigated almost all abnormalities. Only the tomb where the owl was had not been explored. It was far too dangerous. Aurora didn't believe she, Lumion, and the 3 foreigners could face it. Her only hope was asking Madame Polly for help, but she clearly didn't intend to interfere. Lumion didn't have much hope, recounting how the strange creatures in his dance were attracted to him, but were hindered. Big Sis, any ideas to prevent this? Since it's impossible to invite a god to possess you, why not try giving it an order? Order? Since those strange creatures fear the corruption in your body and the seal of that existence, use their fear like a fox, assuming the authority of a tiger. Order themselves to attach to you. And use ancient Hermes when you try. Ah. An idea, Lumion thought. Kami, how's it going, man? 87. Okay, maybe we go to like 89 right now. Maybe we do like another 3 chapters, 89 right now, and then we do a night stream, get to like 96, 97 or something, and then we can do like 10 or 11 chapters tomorrow and then finish up. 97. Are you out of your fucking mind? Oh yeah, 97. Sorry, I thought he said 87. Never mind. Yeah, 97 to end. Okay, so like, okay, maybe we go to 96 at night and then 97 to. Oh, is it 107? I thought it was 109. Okay, well, that's not so bad. So then we can do like 86 at night and then we can do 97 to 107 tomorrow. Okay, dope. See, no problem. See, we're chilling. What are you guys so stressed out about? I don't know. You guys decide amongst yourselves. I don't fucking know. Aurora carried the plate of lamb chops to the table and said, I'm not sure, or we can just do up to 109 right now? Yeah, sure, why not? I've been told 107, 108, and 109 now, in like the last 2 minutes. What the fuck is going on here? There's 109 in the wiki. Fuck. Alright. Okay. Aurora carried the plate of lamb chops and said, I'm not sure if ordering them will work. After all, I'm not a dancer, but you can always give it a shot. That's true, Lumion thought. It'll just be another wound when I bleed a little. I'll recover after a nap. What do you think about that 3-headed giant at the top of the mountain? What does it have to do with the hidden existence and the corruption of my body? Aurora set down the plates and looked at him. Don't you think you're overestimating yourself? I've never encountered or even heard of such things. However, there are many similar concepts and myths and legend of my hometown. They have 3 heads and 6 arms, gods or demons. And according to our guesses, the dream ruins are closely related to the corruption in your body. There's a high chance that the giant's image reflects some aspect of the hidden existence. You said that the honorific name or description of that person is different from the usual one. Every segment contains 3 aspects and 3 forms that symbolize a certain authority. Therefore, it's very normal to correspond to 3 heads, just like how the 3-faced monsters had faces that represented the 3 stages of humanity. As for why it has 6 arms and why it sits atop the blood-colored mountain, there's too little information. I don't know. Focus on the circle of walls for the time being. I feel like we can find many things there. Okay, Lumion said. When you went to bed in the afternoon, I thought about it seriously and decided to invite the 3 foreigners to stay with us. What? Why? Lumion asked. We assumed the Padre would act like a normal person, but we can't forget that some of his followers have already accepted a boon. They're corrupted. According to the mysterious lady, the boon's effects concentrate on the mind and the body, so besides gaining abilities, one's personality will also change. Right, Lumion thought. She warned that if the body couldn't endure such a massive boon, the recipient would either become a monster or a puppet of some unknown entity, recalling the mysterious lady's words. Thus, Shepherd Pierre Barry and his followers who have received a boon may disregard the Padre's plans and seek vengeance. If we all stick together and help each other, we can improve our chances of survival to the 12th night. Tommy, I did change music, for sure. Yeah, of course. Don't go back to check, though. Guys, this is so cooked. How does none of us remember it? How is this possible? This is so cooked. Lumion pondered her proposal and agreed. But he raised the issue. Where will they stay? In the living room? It won't work well if we're on separate floors, Aurora said. You can move into my room, and we'll let the 3 of them use your bedroom and the study upstairs. What? I'll share a bed with you? But it's no big deal. Strong, independent women don't sweat the small stuff, Aurora laughed. What? Lumion didn't quite understand his sister's last remark. Bro, no, Nightwalker, no, okay? Some of you have to take fucking a little bit of fucking responsibility, okay? Y'all know that my brain just tunes it out, okay? I don't even hear the music. Like, I'm just vibing, okay? Because the thing is, I have music on all the time. I literally, don't even hear it. It's just literally a soundtrack. I just need something playing in the background. It doesn't matter what. It'll be fucking country music for all I care. Aurora chuckled and said, I'm saying that given our situation, let's not get hung up on the details. Do you want to share a bed with Ryan and Valentine, or do you want me to sleep with Leia? Ah, true. I can't trust them, Lumion nodded. The 3 official investigators only cooperated with the siblings because they were in a time loop. Who knew if they'd secretly manipulate the situation if they slept together, planning to capture the 2 wild beyonders once the loop ended. Wrong chapter title? Oh, yes. Dude, Kami, I swear it's not this bad when you weren't here. I mean, did we not change music? Maybe, but I swear, beyond that, we actually do a good job, okay? I swear. Damn it. This is so cringe. Bro, if you... Okay, Kami, I'm sorry, okay? I scheduled it 2 or 3 hours in advance. But, okay, my bad. My bad. Okay, sorry. It's not like I've been streaming at this time on the weekends for 10 months or anything. My fault. Cringe. I'll be more on top of it, my bad. I know, no, it's not your fault, Kami. I know, I'll be more careful. I know, I'll be more careful. It's all good. No, it's my fault. It's not yours. I'm just fucking with you. Bullseye, what do you mean too early for streaming? You're not doing the streaming, brother. What are we talking about? Aurora said, no more, only adding, remind me to restock our food tomorrow. After all, after Lent, the villagers will go stranger. We need to defend this place, or hide out in the nearest mountain pasture. Then she urged her brother to eat dinner. Before sunset, Lumion left home and ready to invite Ryan and the others to move into the home. Upon seeing the old tavern, Lumion saw a few familiar faces. Pons Benet and his thugs. Almost immediately, they saw Lumion. He couldn't help but clamp his legs together, as if recalling some excruciating agony. Eyeing Lumion, Pons Benet faced a dilemma. He craved revenge, but he feared history would repeat itself and everyone would get their ass beat. As Pons Benet wavered, Lumion flashed a grin. Hello, isn't this my rebellious son? He strode towards the villain and three thugs, who had drowned Raymond, poised to pummel them. Pons saw this and didn't hesitate. With his eyes, he signaled to the three brutes beside, ordering them to charge. The three thugs immediately rushed at Lumion and pulled out short sticks, iron rods, and other weapons. Lumion sped up. Just as he was about to collide with the thugs, he leapt at one of the enemies. This unorthodox move caused the three thugs to miss him. Lumion grabbed the target's shoulder and did a somersault. His back seemed to flex like a spring, helping him grab the enemy and build up in a force for a roll. In an agile, exaggerated forward somersault, Lumion hurled the enemy and smashed him into the ground. Bang! The thug's vision darkened, his whole body ached, and he couldn't even get up. In that instant, Lumion landed behind the other two, only 7 or 8 steps away from Pons. He crouched slightly and charged at the villain. Pons dodged, shouting, "Quick, quick, get him!" The remaining 2 thugs turned and chased after Lumion. Pons composed himself and charged at the bastard, preparing to stall him. Just as the 2 thugs were about to catch up, Lumion, who had not ran at full speed deliberately, stopped and squatted. Amidst the grinding sound, not only did the 2 thugs fail to hit their target, but they also couldn't stop in time, losing their balance and colliding with Pons. Lumion pounced like a tiger and grabbed the 2 thugs' necks. He lifted their bodies and smashed their heads together. Bang! Their foreheads instantly swelled and they fainted on the spot. Immediately after, Lumion tossed away the burden and exerted his strength with his feet, twisting his body and sliding behind Pons. He grabbed the other party's arms and bent them back. With a cracking sound, he screamed. How does it feel? Does it feel good? Lumion asked Pons with a smile as he stood behind him, as he hoisted him and marched out of the village. Before long, he arrived beside the river and grabbed the back of his head and forced him underwater. Does it feel good to bully others? He said as bubbles surfaced. Pons' face was soaked, and he looked to be in extreme agony. What the fuck? Why am I Excuse me? No, Kami. I think it lagged for a quick second. Should be okay now, I think. I don't know why. It, like, dipped a little bit. My internet just evidently gave YouTube too much information, and it started lagging it. Like normally my range is for about 10,000 kbps per second, or kbps, so kilobytes per second information it needs to like retain stream as it is. I looked at my OBS and my fucking internet was doing 50,000. 5x, and apparently YouTube did not like that. Does it feel good? Lumion asked. His voice intensified, grabbing the villain's head and smashing his forehead into the water. Bright crimson liquid seeped out of the water as Pons struggled uselessly with his legs. As time dragged on, his struggle weakened. Only then did Lumion lift him up. He thrust out his left hand and smacked Pons in the face. I'm asking you, does it feel good to bully others? Pure terror filled Pons' eyes, but he didn't know how to respond. Just then, a figure ambled over to the riverside. The hooded shepherd, Pierre Barry. He glanced at the pathetic pawns and told Lumion gently, "We're all from the same village. What, you want to kill him?" Lumion released Pons' head back and stood up, grinning at Pierre. "I'll listen to you, just make sure he doesn't ever bully again." Without waiting for Pierre to respond, Lumion strode past the shepherd back into the village. On the second floor of the old tavern in Ryan's room, Lumion relayed his sister's thoughts to the investigators. They all looked around and nodded. Smart thinking. In a situation like this, spreading ourselves thin makes us easy targets. We'll move in. "So what's the plan for the tomb?" Leia asked Lumion. "The plan? You think we can just waltz in there?" "Good. You're still being cautious," Leia smiled. "What we mean is, if whatever's in that tomb really leads to the cycle's key, it'll show up during the 12th night. If it's got nothing to do with the source of the cycle, why take the risk going in?" "In short, we just wait for the 12th night," Lumion asked. "Bye, Noisette. Appreciate you popping by, buddy." Thank you. You can interpret it that way, but if there are any other anomalies worth investigating, we can't ignore them. "Okay," Lumion said. He hadn't even planned on participating in Lent, just in case he couldn't resist attacking when he saw the performance. The four of them reached Lumion's residence quickly, where Aurora led them to the second floor. Now dressed in a pure white cotton dress that accentuated her down-to-earth charm, Aurora pointed to Lumion's room in the study. "You can choose either," he said. Upon pondering for a few seconds, Leia raised her right hand and pointed at the study. "Their recliner looks pretty good. I could sleep there. Ryan, bunk in that room with Valentine." While Aurora had the same question in mind, Lumion asked, "You trust us that much?" He assumed the three foreigners would opt to sleep in the same room, fearing an attack if they were separated. "Alright, bye, Dr. Z." "My divination tells me that the two of you can be trusted," Leia smiled. As she spoke, she walked into the study, accompanied by tinkling sounds. "A friend once told me that you can believe in divination, but not blindly. Divinations are not all-powerful," Aurora smiled. "My mentor said something similar, but we're all in the same situation. If I don't trust it, what else can we do?" Leia replied. Aurora didn't mind relinquishing her favorite seat. She pulled over a chair and sat down. Their study also served as a small living room, occasionally hosting afternoon tea parties, so there was ample room and space. Ryan surveyed the corridor and said, "I have some suggestions." "Please, go ahead," Aurora said. "First, when you sleep at night, don't close any doors. Let everyone be in the same space. This way, no matter where anomalies occur, we can react quickly. Second, considering we've destroyed the altar, someone may attempt to deal with us before Lent. Starting tonight, we take turns on night duty. From 10 to 8 a.m. the next morning, 2 hours per person." A professional, Aurora thought. Lumion glanced at her, as if asking why she hadn't thought of that. Aurora spread her arms slightly, signaling her lack of experience in team operations. "Lumion will cover the period between 10 and midnight, she said to Ryan and Valentine. Leia and the others didn't object. From their perspective, it made sense. Among the 5 present, Lumion had the lowest sequence and least experience, most prone to making mistakes, but from 10 to midnight, others would still likely be awake to cover. Lumion knew his sister's intentions extended beyond this, allowing him to explore the dream undisturbed. "I'm used to sleeping and waking up early. I'll take 6 to 8 a.m., Valentine said. "You get up early to welcome the sunrise?" Lumion teased. "Yes, I wish to greet the rising sun and praise the light," Valentine said. "As expected, only a devout believer of EBS believes me." "Hey, I'm mocking you," Lumion thought inwardly. "I'm not used to being woken up mid-sleep. I'll take midnight to 2 a.m. Aurora nodded. "I like to wake up late. I can take 2 to 4 a.m. and don't wake me up for breakfast. I'll get up around noon." "Leave the rest to me," Ryan said. He also entered the study and found a chair to sit down. A conversation flowed effortlessly. Aurora, seldom venturing out, possessed a wealth of knowledge spanning from astronomy and geography. She had her finger on the pulse of the latest trends, scandals, and supernatural events. This left Leia, Ryan, and the others in awe of her. As expected. Of the renowned author Aurora Lee, Leia said, "No wonder you can tackle any themes." "Have you read my novels?" Aurora thought. "I've been reading your first novel since I was a kid. By the way, I'd love your autograph," Leia said. As she searched for papers and fountain pens, the silver bells on her veil and boots jingled. "Are those sealed artifacts?" Aurora asked. "Yes, they can proactively warn me and enhance my divination abilities." Hey Kami, what's up? Leia produced a stack of post-it notes and fountain pens, casually responding, "Yes, they can proactively warn me and enhance my divination abilities. I hate when I awake mid-sleep, I start craving blood." What the fuck? Oh my god, Nightwalker and Devil, twins! That takes elite ball knowledge to know that, to get that reference. Cursed knowledge. The downside is that they're quite noisy and not exactly discreet. Plus the wearer must dress fashionably, with a dress being mandatory. It must look good, or it'll not only be useless, but also potentially even mislead you. Aurora chuckled. "I can't decide if these bills were originally a man's or a woman's." Lumion agreed. If they were from a man, it was a remnant of her vanity. If it was a man, it was definitely a pervert. "That involves some confidentiality, so I can't say," Leia said. "What genre of my novels do you prefer?" Aurora asked. "Romance. Your first novel, Eternal Love, left a deep impression on me." "I wrote that book too early," Aurora admitted. "I was young and my writing skills were unpolished. I lacked many experiences. Many scenes feel so rigid and much of the dialogue feels too emotional and unrealistic." "But it's sincere and original," Lumion said. Having read his sister's novels, he knew it dealt with a couple's separation through life and death, interwoven with adventure, misunderstandings, and terminal illness. A trailblazing piece of intense literary genius. Naturally, this drew criticism from the conservative authors and critics. They echoed Aurora's self-assessment and claimed it couldn't qualify as literature, deeming it to be pedestrian. "That's right," Leia said. "Miss Author, would you consider becoming an informant at Bureau 8? Leia asked. Seeing Aurora's surprise, she continued, "Our primary objective in targeting wild beyonders is that they're unpredictable and may lose control or cause disaster. Otherwise, they can use their powers for all sorts of malicious purposes to satisfy their desires. I've observed the both of you over the past few days in the village. I have confirmed that you're both orderly beyonders. Prior to arriving in Cordu, the information we gathered indicated that you hadn't committed any wrongdoings on the surface. This meets our recruitment standards. Moreover, once you become our informants, you won't need to worry about being targeted by official beyonders." Aurora indeed found the proposition enticing. "I'll think about it. I'll give you my answer when the cycle is over." Lumion understood why his sister had looked to him. "I don't have a problem, but will a heavy corrupted guy like you bomb the test?" After chatting briefly, the siblings bid adieu to Leia and the others and headed back to Aurora's room. "Do you stop at 90? Yeah, we either stop at 90 or 89, Kami. It just depends if either one's a better ending spot than the other." 89, I think. Yeah, we can do 89. Aurora smiled and said, Aurora perched on the edge of the bed and said, "Leia's socially adept." "What do you mean?" Lumion asked. "She took the initiative to bring up my novel and ask for my autograph to bond so she could pitch recruiting me. That recruiting was to fix the distrust between us and make teamwork easier. The whole process seemed natural and not off-putting." High EQ. You should follow her lead. If it were me, I might have been booted by now, Lumion thought. At least you know yourself, Aurora started chuckling. We'll be no, Dare Killer. So it'll be a stream tonight till like 96, 97 or whatever. And then tomorrow morning, so about 24 hours from now, maybe a couple hours earlier, will be the volume ender. God, this is so crazy. This is so short. We're like 3 weeks in and we're ending a fucking volume. Crazy work. Ugh. She ruffled her hair and said, I'll nap a bit. My eyes still haven't fully healed. Rouse me at 10 and I'll keep watch over you. It's your first night shift, so better safe than sorry. Lumion didn't object and agreed. He watched his sister lie down, pull her blanket over her eyes. The room instantly turned quiet. Lumion switched off the electric lamp and drew the curtains. He then sat on the chair by the desk and waited and watched his sister peacefully under the crimson moonlight, his heart gradually calming down. 89. Nothing happened? Zorro? For real? All sorts of thoughts raced through his mind. Okay. Sounds good. Thanks, Kami. Bro. Lumion, you're not Zorro, okay? You're not that guy, pal. Something happened. Just tell us, you bitch. The wind outside rustled, almost silent. Lumion allowed his thoughts to wander in this tranquil state as instinctive questions ran through his mind. There's still light in the corridor. Leia must be awake. Reading Aurora's book collection. Pitch black darkness blankets my bedroom. Valentine should be resting in bed. I wonder what Ryan's doing. They didn't bring any alcohol on their first visit. They have no clue about this region's customs. If the cycle lifts, Big Sis can become an informant. When the time comes, she won't fret over investigations if she goes to Trier. As for me, I don't need to undergo any special tests as an informant, right? We now have a full theory of the whole affair. The sole thing we can't be sure of is the owl and the dead warlock. If they bewitch the Padrin company, causing the abnormality to achieve some kind of goal on the 12th night, why did they do nothing but monitor my progress during the dream ruins? Could it be that, like Madame Polly, they wait for a specific time or the ritual on the 12th night, intending to complete the disrupted part? Their actions, in turn, prove the key to the loop lies with me. They wonder... That's why they repeatedly try to confirm how far I've come in the dream ruins. If I unlock the dream's secrets before the 12th night, will they ignore the possibility of the cycle restarting ahead of time and attack me to hold me in custody? Yes, it's quite likely they still have their memories. You think Lumion is better than Zorro? That's crazy. Zorro's my goat. Zorro's my second favorite Straw Hat member. As all the thoughts raced through his mind, Lumion heard faint commotion. Kami, what am I putting on? It was a sheep's bleat, as if from afar. Ugh. Vanitas? Alright, sounds good. Lumion instantly thought of the three people turned into sheep and the shepherd, Pierre Barry. Don't tell me he wants to attack us in the dead of night. Lumion stood up and listened. Outside the window, but the wind sound through the leaves, no bleeding. It seemed Lumion so engrossed in his thoughts was hallucinating. Well, again, Chris, he's second for me, not first. Robin, that's a good choice. But he didn't think so because he felt slight heat in his chest. The symbol on his chest seemed to have appeared. This meant an invisible force closely tied with the hidden existence had invaded the room. Lumion had no time to think. He ran to the bed and shook Aurora. "Wake up! Wake up!" he shouted. He, in a hushed voice. He instinctively worried Leia, Ryan, and the others would sense something wrong with him. Aurora opened her eyes. What time is it? There's a situation. 9:30. They were one of the few families in the village with a wall clock. Aurora snapped open, bolted upright, and threw out her right hand, massaging her temples. She had no time to consider what she might see that she shouldn't. I stopped caring about One Piece since I dropped. Nah, Kami, it's long, but it's not dragged out. Plus, I think they're coming out with like a DBZ Kai version of One Piece, so maybe that might work better for you. Lumion seized the chance to tell his sister about the sheep's bleat he'd heard in the distance and the triggered heat on his chest. I didn't feel anything, Aurora said. The burning in my chest remains, Lumion said. He felt terrified. The darkness around him wasn't simple. An indescribable danger lurked here. Aurora scrutinized every corner of the room, trying to find the unknown. I'm almost up to date with the manga. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay, never mind. Lumion broke into a cold sweat, a stark contrast from the heat in his chest. He waited and said, "Why not tell Ryan and the others? Maybe they can find something." Aurora pondered and said, "Okay, use your sudden sense of impending danger as an excuse." Okay. Lumion opened his mouth and was about to yell, but froze. "What is it?" Aurora asked. "The heat in my chest is dimming." Meaning the Blackthorn symbol was fading. The danger has left, Aurora thought? Because we prepared? Maybe, Lumion thought. Something's wrong. He turned to the corridor and yelled. Ryan appeared in the doorway in the blink of an eye, followed by Leia and Valentine, who looked jolted. Without waiting to be asked, Lumion recounted what happened, using his sense of danger in place of the burning in his chest. Ryan listened intently, not doubting this was Lumion's hallucination. He sighed. It's indeed useful to take turns on night watch. Mostly it's boredom, but it saves everyone. It's almost life or death. As he spoke, he conjured pure sunrise gleam around him, circling every room on the second floor. Though he couldn't find a sinister power, he could at least sanctify the environment. Anime's dog shit though? Dude, I can read like manga if they're like shorter and stuff. I can't do like super long mangas. I don't know. My brain just dissociates. I don't know. Shorter mangas like Oyasumi Punpun or like Vagabond, well, kind of Vagabond, The Climber, like all that shit, goated as fuck. Love it. When it starts getting that fucking long, my brain just checks out. Leia paced around, muttering under her breath. Her veil and boots jangled ominously, then fell silent just as abruptly. Finally, she said to Aurora and Lumion, "It was dicey just now, and on top of that, whatever it could blocked my sealed artifact from giving me any warning. I'm afraid these stupid bells will only go off once that thing really starts targeting someone, but it's left for now." Nightwalker, it's not. I need to go take a shower. It's, again, my hair is getting really long now. And it's becoming, so the thing is, my hair is curly, but only if it gets to a certain length. Before that, they just basically look like they're straight. So now they're getting curly, and I don't really deal with curly hair because I never let them get this long. So it's all, I'm working on it. Okay, got it. Well, that's reassuring, Aurora said. Maybe it wasn't a single creature, Lumion smiled. Could have been more than one. That's even worse, Lumion said. Now that the alarm's off, let's get back to our schedule. She didn't mention who might have snuck in to attack them. There were too many possibilities. The shepherd, the unknown corpse in the tomb, or the deputy padre. Without any clues, speculating would just waste time. For now, they just had to remember that nighttime held real danger. Someone was out to get them, so they need to be on high alert. Once Leia and the others had gone to their room, Lumion glanced at the wall clock and said, "Wanna sleep a bit more?" Nah, waking up and crashing this late sucks. Just to handle emergencies, I got this dress with pockets and spell components and stuff. I don't even roll over, afraid that I might stab myself. I sleep like a board. As she spoke, she hopped off the bed and went to the window, yanked back the curtains and looked out. Purdue was still silent. Many houses were still lit up. I thought that owl might come, but there's no sign of it, Aurora thought. Yeah, I thought so too. He leaned in and whispered everything he had figured out to his sister. Not bad, Aurora said. You're getting better at analyzing. I've got nothing to add. But we can't take matters into our own hands. That tomb is dangerous. At dawn, we'll pay Madame Polly a visit and tell her your theory. Let her know the warlock and the owl's motives may affect her escape. I'll go by myself, Lumion said. He didn't want Aurora anywhere near Madame Polly, who had designs on her. Aurora didn't argue and said, just watch your back and don't piss her off. The truth is, Aurora sighed and said, the truth is, the mysterious lady at the old tavern is clearly stronger, but she wants nothing to do with the time loop. No way she'll help us investigate. Dude, you see what I mean? Forza's such a bitch. She's an angel and she's like, tee-hee, nothing I can do. Like, you know, I really would, but like, I really can't do anything. Good luck. Klein would be like a sequence 7. He'd be like, I'll figure it out, okay? I'm gonna help you guys. I'm gonna make sure that everyone gets out, okay? And Forza's like, I'm really sleepy. You know, if you don't die tonight in your dream and you figure some shit out, come over. I'll tell you some stuff. Depends how hungover I am. I might not be tomorrow. We'll see, you know. Ugh, so cringe. He then said, still, I'll drop by the old tavern tomorrow to see if I can run into her. What if she changes her mind? Fair enough, Aurora said. Of course, a Frenchman agrees with someone who wishes to do zero fucking work. Oh my god. They chatted in hushed tones until midnight. Lumion, relieving his post with Leia in the study, returned to Aurora's room. He lay beside his sister, inhaling the familiar scent and sinking into her mattress. But he couldn't fall asleep. What's wrong? Aurora asked. I'm just not used to this, Lumion said. What happened to the bold Lumion I know? Aurora scoffed. Remember when you first started tailing me? You were scared I'd slip away and refuse to sleep at night? You were so vigilant. Yeah, I do, Lumion said, drifting into the past. Back then, you'd hum me a lullaby and let me doze off to the sound of your voice. Aw, that's so sweet. As soon as the words left his lips, a familiar melody caught his ears, light and soothing, calming his body and mind. Leaning against the bed, Aurora gazed into the deep crimson dark before her, humming the lullaby from her hometown. It was a song their mothers had crooned? Is this? Crooned. I didn't know this. Croon, hum or sing in a soft, low voice. This is cute. It was a song their mother had crooned when Aurora was just a child, coaxing her to sleep. Go, sleep. Lost in the gentle voice, Lumion gradually unwound and slipped under. Lumion woke up amidst the grey fog. He scoped out the room and realized he wasn't in his sister's room and was still in his own. I think this is a better place to end than 90, right? Because, like, we're not in anything at the moment, but I feel like at the end of 90, he's probably going to be fighting a monster or chasing a monster or some shit. I think this is better to end on. Why am I yawning at 3 p.m., you ask? Fuck you. Judge me. Alright guys, we'll call it there. I'll schedule a stream. Stream will be in about 5 hours for whatever timing that is for you guys, if you're interested. And then tomorrow we will finish Volume 1. And, oh, Easy and I will also do the Lord of the Mysteries talk tomorrow sometime. Nope. Alright, bye guys. Thanks for coming. I'll catch y'all later.